He said, "We have just unredacted Les Wexner's name from this document, but his name already appears in the file thousands of other times." And he says the Justice Department is hiding nothing. Is that the retired CEO?
Well, when you put a black bar over something, what do you call that?
That you're referencing?
It is. He unredacted it after I found it. That's a problem. And I'm glad they've admitted they made a mistake by redacting that.
So
A mistake.
you're saying it was redacted when you went in there today, and after you tweeted that, they unredacted it?
Correct. Now he's got 4 other names he needs to unredact. Did he respond to that? There's a list of 20 people. I could probably say them on the floor of the House, but I'll give the DOJ a chance to do what they did in these 2 examples, where I've discovered something and now they've responded.
So basically, he went out, Thomas Massie, who was one of the architects of this bill, went out and straight up said, hey guys, here's what I'm going to do. If you don't come out and release the names, I'm just going to say who it is. I'm just straight up going to say who it is. Ro Khanna already did on Congress 4. Check his YouTube. So does he just name them?
Yesterday, Congressman Massie and I went to the Department of Justice to read the unredacted Epstein Files. We spent about 2 hours there, and we learned that 70 to 80% of the files are still redacted. In fact, there were 6 wealthy, powerful men that the DOJ hid for no apparent reason. When Congressman Massie and I pointed this out to the Department of Justice, they acknowledged their mistake, and now they have revealed the identity of these 6 powerful men. These men are...
Oh, shit. Oh!
Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikoladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World.
Oh my God.
And billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI.
A co-conspirator.
Now, my question is, why did it take Thomas Massie and me going to the Justice Department to get these 6 men's identities?
It's a mystery.
To
Nobody
become
knows
public?
why.
And if we found 6 men that they were hiding in 2 hours, imagine how many men they are covering up for in those 3 million files.
That's right.
But the story gets worse. The reality is that Donald Trump's FBI scrubbed these files in March, long before Thomas Massie and I passed the Epstein Transparency Act.
This is why I told you guys happened, and I bet this wasn't the first scrubbing. I just think this might have been the final draft. I bet I think that probably the worst 20 to 30% of the files were destroyed.
Now, my bill is clear. The Epstein Transparency Act requires them to unredact those FBI files.
Yes.
And yet the Justice Department said to me and to Congressman Massie, we just uploaded whatever the FBI sent us. And guess what?
That wasn't what they were supposed to do.
Scrubbed files. That means the survivor statement to the FBI naming rich and powerful men who went to Epstein's island, who went to his ranch, who went to his home and raped and abused underage girls or saw underage girls being paraded, they're all hidden. They're all redacted. It's a little bit of a farce.
Sure
They're inviting
is.
all the members of Congress to go to see the Department of Justice, quote-unquote, unredacted files.
Kash Patel just perjured himself in court. It doesn't matter unless there are consequences. There have to be consequences. If there are no consequences, the law doesn't exist. There have to be consequences.
Got all redacted files from the FBI. And it's not the fault of the Justice Department attorneys. They were just told upload things that Donald Trump's FBI had already scrubbed. It's a blatant violation of the...
I think that it was scrubbed 3 times, potentially 4 times. I think that it was scrubbed at whenever Epstein was killed, because obviously he died whenever Trump was president. I think that it was scrubbed whenever Democrats got power again in 2021. And I think that it might have also been scrubbed at the end of Biden's presidency with him leaving. And then I think that it was scrubbed a 4th time. And I'm making all this up, by the way. And it was scrubbed a fourth time whenever Trump then took office and they planned on releasing the files. I think logically that's what probably happened.
The Epstein
I'm making this up.
Transparency Act, but it also asks a fundamental question. Who are they protecting? Why are they protecting these rich and powerful men, people I call part of the Epstein class? Why are we in a country where there is no elite accountability for people who do the most heinous things?
Nobody knows.
In England, the king now calling for an investigation and possible prosecution of his own brother.
We're going to talk about that after
in
this.
Norway, the princess who no longer has support to be the queen.
Good.
And yet in the United States of America, we have someone in the cabinet, Howard Lutnick, who is all over these Epstein files, who allegedly had business with Epstein after he was convicted of pedophilia, and he still is in the cabinet.
That's pretty
we need
bad.
To ask ourselves, are we in America going to have elite accountability? Are we going to call on rich and powerful people who broke the law or cavorted with a pedophile, a convicted pedophile? Are we going to call them to account? Are we going to have prosecutions for billionaires who went to this island and either raped underage girls or saw underage girls being raped and didn't say anything? Are we going to have investigations? I'll tell you what this is about.
There needs to be, like, I mean, I don't know about treating people like they're guilty, but there needs to be investigations. They have to look into this, even if it's embarrassing.
It's not just about the 1,200 survivors. It's about 2 tiers of justice.
Someone in chat said this is anti-Semitism.
In America. It's about people who can accumulate wealth and power and don't have to care about the rest of America.
That's right.
They have destroyed so much of this country. Income inequality is at a 60-year high.
Wait, what? I thought it was the highest it's ever been. This is the first time I'm hearing this. My understanding is that it's higher now than ever.
Workers' salaries are less than they have been
that's what I thought.
75 years as a part of GDP. Somehow this country seems to be working for the rich and powerful, but it's not working for ordinary working class Americans. I say enough. It's time to begin with accountability for the Epstein class. Hold them in front of Congress. Those people who visited the island or did business with Epstein after he was a convicted pedophile.
100%.
Investigate them.
100%.
Prosecute them. And let's return to democratic accountability in the United States of America. Let's return to one system of justice in the United States of America. Let's return to a place where every American has a stake in this country.
That's right. 100%, man. And I think the last part really matters a lot. One of the reasons why, I'm gonna link y'all the video, right? This is a great video. I'm very happy to see this. I am extremely fucking happy to see this, and I hope that more people bring it up. And on top of that, now you even have the British Crown that's roaching out. Even they are roaching out now. Buckingham Palace stands ready to support the police in previous Prince Andrew inquiries.
This relates to the release of those Epstein files because in the last few minutes, King Charles has made his first intervention in the Epstein scandal. He said that he is ready to support the police as they consider allegations against Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Here's a bit of the statement. The King has made clear in words and through unprecedented actions his profound concern at allegations which continue to come to light in respect of Mr. Mountbatten Windsor's conduct. That is according to a Buckingham Palace spokesperson. While the specific claims in question are for Mr. Mountbatten Windsor to address, if we are approached by Thames Valley Police, we stand ready to support them, as you would expect. Now, this all comes after Thames Valley Police confirmed it's assessing whether there are grounds to investigate a complaint by the anti-monarchy group Republic, which reported Mountbatten Windsor for suspect.
You gotta, this dude's crawling around on the island with a bunch of underage girls and there's accusations. Like, you really think that there's not a reason to do an investigation? I'm not saying he's guilty, but damn, that's pretty bad. What should the punishment be for the most egregious examples in the files? It depends. So, in my opinion, I think that the, I can't say what my opinion is.
Misconduct in public office and breach of official secrets. So that is the
That's
very
exactly
latest,
what you think it is.
Very surprising intervention by King Charles into the Epstein scandal.
So people say the king hardly ever comments or has any influence on current politics. So this is a pretty unique situation.
Unprecedented even. Let's now hear a little bit more about this from our royal correspondent, Helena Wilkinson, who had told me a little bit more about this extraordinary statement from the palace.
Yeah.
I think the statement is quite extraordinary. It's the first time really that we have heard that through this statement, through the palace spokesperson statement, that the king's profound concerns at allegations which continue to come to light in respect and directly naming in that statement the king's younger brother, Mr. Mountbatten Windsor's conduct.
That's crazy.
Where the statement points to the unprecedented actions that will likely be referring to when the king, if we cast our minds back to late last year, the king stripped his younger brother of his titles, including Duke of York and also Prince, which he had since he was born. But that statement continuing, while the specific claims in question are for Mr. Mountbatten Windsor to address, if we are approached by Thames Valley Police, we stand ready to support them as you would expect. So a significant statement this evening from a palace spokesperson, and clearly this issue is not going away for the royal family, but it appears that the king has decided that he has to put something further out. And we heard earlier, didn't we, from the Prince...
I think the fact that they're saying something about this and they took away this dude's titles, like, you know what I think? I bet they probably know more about it than the news does. I mean, you really think this guy doesn't know what his brother's doing? He probably knows what happened. Like, realistically, like, he probably knows.
And Princess of Wales, the Prince of Wales, Prince William, who is currently in Saudi Arabia on a trip there, asked by the UK government before he arrived in Saudi Arabia. Prince William and the Princess of Wales put out a statement. First time we heard from them publicly saying that they were deeply concerned by the latest revelations about Jeffrey Epstein in their first public statement on the scandal. But this statement from the palace spokesperson this evening really going one step further, referring specifically to Mr. Mountbatten Windsor's conduct and saying that while the specific claims in question are for Mr. Mountbatten Windsor to address, if they are approached by the police, then they are willing to support them.
I mean, that in itself is extraordinary, Helena, isn't it?
It is. We know that the king has previously put out various statements, and in this statement here this evening, it touches on their Majesty's thoughts and sympathies have been and remain with the victims of any and all forms of abuse. We knew previously from sources that they felt that it was up to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor as to whether he would answer any questions, and it was his conscience, really. But this evening...
He is bald as hell, right? Like, look at that. God damn. Fuck. Man, I remember whenever I was a kid, he used to have good hair. And then he just, like, totally crashed out, man. Holy. Wow.
Two things here, specifically naming Andrew Mountbatten Windsor in this statement, and also that they are ready to support Thames Valley Police if they are approached. It is an extraordinary statement.
Man, that is not looking good for him. And thank God for that. I wouldn't want to see them hiding it or any other bullshit. So I'm very happy that apparently something is going on. Things are actually real. Epstein's emails sent by alleged victims. What is this here? Oh my fucking God. The worst Epstein document I've seen. Yeah, some of this is just fucking... Oh, is this a new one? Let me see it.
There are a lot of viral mentions about the 11-year-old, 10-year-old, people sending these photos to Jeffrey Epstein. There are a lot of viral mentions about the 11-year-old, 10-year-old, people sending these photos to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Did you uncover who sent those photos?
I looked directly at the emails that have been widely circulated pertaining to the age 11, and I have it written down on my notes, the permission to kill email.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad one.
Snow White, the littlest girl was naughty, etc. And those ones were directly sent by alleged victims.
Wow.
So the most disturbing and darkest and sickest emails were sent by women to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, and some of them pertaining to, jerky, whatever that is. Yeah.
Man.
And so just quick follow. What is jerky? Like, what is that exactly?
I think that's the question. I don't know if it's like, and again, like going into specifically just based on what this is, I don't know.
It's a code word.
Context
it has to be a code word. Nobody
it's
talks about jerky like this.
Weird. Yeah, it's a code word and it's weird, but either which way.
We have beef jerky in the studio, okay? So, like, Klein and I know, I've never spoken to my team or anything. There's no correspondence to me talking about jerky this obsessively. There's hundreds of emails about jerky.
It's a code.
He saw my video about it. Bro, like, I feel like so many people sent me this clip. Apparently, the video of me talking about the jerky stuff with the Epstein Files, so many people saw this. That's a lot. Your mom was right about everything? Yeah.
And some of those emails were sent by women, and women that specifically claim to be victims.
So you're saying that these victims are being groomed into
there's
becoming
evidence.
Traffickers themselves?
There's evidence.
Of course. Duh. No shit.
Evidence of that, yes. I'm not saying all of them.
So they're not actually victims.
They're not. Well, they're victims, and they're also they're. This is what happens, right? Is somebody begins as a victim and they get molested, fucked with, and everything. It short circuits their brain. And you even have, there's like a psychology thing. This is not a one-to-one, but it's a similarity of Stockholm syndrome. There's even a terminology for talking about this phenomenon. It's not like this is some kind of crazy thing nobody's thought of.
Well,
I
think that there are some that are actual
part.
victims, but I also think that at a certain point, if you, depending on the severity of
they're both victims and also perpetrators. It's not, this isn't simple.
What you're doing, I think that there's a gray area, and then you become a co-conspirator.
Yeah, exactly. Put a person in hell, yeah, you should do a segment every day where you send you code words from the Epstein Files, you look them up, bro? Yeah, maybe I should. It's more simple than that. Then they get used up, they tell them, if you want to stop getting molested, bring me the next victim. Yeah, that seems like that probably makes sense, for sure. And this is really where things are going, right? And I feel like, really, it's just getting more extreme, more dramatic, more of this is coming out, and then apparently they were using your child's school pictures and yearbooks like a shopping catalog. They could identify and locate children like they were ordering them from a menu. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is crazy. I don't, it has me shook. What the hell do you expect they doing? This is 100% this what they doing. Absolutely. And so, no, it's even probably going to get worse, too. And this is the guy. Billionaire Les Wexner, founder of Victoria's Secret, is now unredacted as a co-conspirator. He gave Epstein power of attorney and a Manhattan mansion. Wait a minute. So this guy gave Jeffrey Epstein a Manhattan mansion? Well, why would he do that? That seems a little bit that's weird. Why would somebody just give away a mansion like that? Wow. What are the odds of that? Do you think Wayfair was actually in on it? I don't think they were in on it, but they were probably used as a tool for it. Yeah. So this is just more. And then also keep in mind, apparently, this is what's so fucking insane. I did not expect this to happen. Is that a lot of people are now finding out that Trump was one of the first people who fucking was a whistleblower on Jeffrey Epstein. More evidence that Trump was the original Jeffrey Epstein whistleblower is coming out in the court documents. Trump was responsible for Epstein's first conviction, and Epstein knew and was livid. Oh my God. So you remember whenever this came out?
Not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him. He and I have spoken about this as recently as 24 hours ago.
The only thing that I can say about President Trump is that he is the only person who, in 2009, when I served a lot of subpoenas on a lot of people, or at least gave notice to some pretty connected people that I wanted to talk to them, he is the only person who picked up the phone and said, let's just talk. I'll give you as much time as you want. I'll tell you what you need to know.
Man.
And was very helpful in the information that he gave, and gave no indication whatsoever that he was involved in anything untoward whatsoever, but had good information that checked out and that helped us, and that we didn't have to take a deposition of him.
That was in 2009?
That was in 2009.
I can tell you that I talked to President Trump back in 2009, and several times after that. He didn't think that it was a hoax then. In fact, he helped me. He got on the phone. He told me things that were helping our investigation. Now, our investigation wasn't looking into him, but he was helping us then.
This was in 2009. So apparently, and here's the article here, or this is the file. Knew Epstein was disgusting. Trump said Maxwell was Epstein's operative. She is evil and to focus on her. As I said, generational, massive bitch. Like, nobody has said I have not heard a single good thing about Ghislaine Maxwell from anyone. At least, like, I mean, Jeffrey Epstein, there's, like, people smiling with him, and, like, you know, it's like he's hanging out with people. Like, nobody liked this bitch. Nobody liked her. Oh, my God. Trump told Blank that he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present, and Trump got the hell out of there. Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out they were investigating Epstein. No one could explain how Epstein made his money. They knew he worked for Bear Stearns. Blank was told that Epstein was kind of a technical guy that would make it happen if you didn't want to know how. None of the victims that PBD spoke with said they had sexual contact with men other than Epstein while in Epstein's orbit. Blank had one time went out screaming. Prince Andrew was a fixture in Palm Beach, and he had no protection while there. Blank had done interviews in the past, and this is all the rest of it, right? So Jeffrey Epstein thought that Trump ratted him out. Wolf alleged Epstein came to believe that it was Trump who had first caused him to be investigated by the law enforcement in 2005. Man. You are right. People don't care. They're already convinced Trump's bad. Nothing can fix it. I already told you that. That's what was going to happen no matter what. So, Trump will resign by the end of the year. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure. I mean, it definitely makes him look pretty good to have this happen. For it to come out, look, this is proven true today.
He's not saying that what Epstein did is a...
Yeah, President Trump was an FBI informant in order to take down Epstein. It looks like this is proven true today from the release of the Epstein documents. Oh my God. I don't think anybody was predicting this. I don't. Why was Trump calling it a hoax? This was some other reason. And we solved the torture video false narrative. What is this here? If I can find it. There's some other bullshit. And let's see if there's anything else. Collecting info after his arrest. Oh my God. Let me see if I can find the rest of it. So he was the one that actually roached out on him first. Do you think Trump and Elon played the bait game here? This is also one from 2016. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Trump would have said to begin with if this was the case. I don't know. I actually don't know.
Okay, let me mention some names to you and just get a quick response. Hillary Clinton.
Like a one-word response, I sort of think of Benghazi. I think of a failed Secretary of State.
Bill Clinton.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems.
Barack Obama.
Incompetent president.
Okay.
Man. This was a year. What does it say? This was years before reporting about Epstein's notorious island made headlines.
That island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it. The island was an absolute cesspool. So
the Clintons are friends,
and he's
of
been
yours,
there
right?
for many times.
The Clintons are friends.
Well, I can't say friends, but I know
You're friendly. You know them.
They play at my clubs a lot. I have clubs, and everybody likes to play at my clubs.
Are you saying there's a political problem for her if she runs for president?
It could be a political problem. Look, he could be a political problem. Right now, he's Teflon, and right now, maybe not.
Do I regret the fact that he has quite obviously conducted himself in a manner unbecoming? Yes.
Unbecoming? He was a sex offender.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being polite, in the sense that he was a sex offender.
But you were staying at the house of
Yes.
a convicted sex offender.
It was a convenient place to stay.
Right.
I've gone through this in my mind so many times. At the end of the day, with the benefit of all the hindsight that one could have, it was definitely the wrong thing to do.
Really?
I was not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein, and you watched people yesterday saying that I threw him out of a club. I didn't want anything to do with him. That was many, many years ago. It shows you one thing, that I have good taste, okay? Now, other people, they went all over with him. They went to his island, whatever his island was, wherever it is, I was never there. Find out the people that went to the island. I threw him out. In fact,
so he said it even then.
I think the great James Patterson, who's a member of Mar-a-Lago, made a statement yesterday that many years ago I threw him out. I'm not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, anybody else?
Jeffrey Epstein is a terrific guy.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. I mean, people in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach. I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan. I was not, a long time ago. I'd say maybe 15 years. I was not a fan of his. That I can tell you. I was not a fan of his.
Ghislaine Maxwell facing day 2 of her sex trafficking trial here in New York. The jury hearing testimony today from 2 witnesses, including one of Maxwell's accusers and the former personal pilot.
I've seen some of these clips. I haven't seen this one.
To Jeffrey Epstein.
The big moment in the court, Stephen Laurie, today was when the government called the first of 4 accusers against Maxwell. The professional actress, going by the pseudonym Jane in court. She said that she was 14 when Maxwell and Epstein first abused her. Jane said that told the jury that Epstein and Maxwell first approached her in the summer of 1994 when she was at a performing arts camp in Michigan between her 7th and 8th grade years. The prosecutor's questions and Jane's answers painted a picture of Maxwell and Epstein targeting a vulnerable middle schooler whose father's death 9 months earlier left her family broke and homeless, her mother distant and depressed, and her own dreams in doubt. Earlier in the day, Epstein's longtime private pilot gave the jury detailed descriptions of Maxwell's and Epstein's various homes, as well as Epstein's 3 planes he owned. But the pilot also said he never saw any female he thought was under the age of 20 on a plane without a parent, instead describing the 14-year-old Jane as a, quote, mature woman with piercing powder blue eyes.
Wow. So anyway, holy fucking shit. This is insane. I don't know what to think, right? I mean, I don't think anybody really predicted that, people were going to be talking about this in this way. That Trump actually ratted him out this early. File confirms Donald Trump blew the whistle on Jeffrey Epstein's disgusting activities in 2006 phone call with the police. So in 2006, this was before Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of anything. This is before anybody thought he was this horrible guy or there was any sort of implication at all. Trump was one of the very first people to call. Trump said Ghislaine Maxwell was evil and to focus on her. Holy fucking shit. I now see why Biden didn't release the Epstein Files when he had 4 years to do so. I mean, I don't know, guys. Enough of the flattery and distortion of facts. Trump's Epstein's friend. Shame on you? Yep, absolutely. I mean, again, I don't even know if this is a real photo or not. I have no idea. And did he even have gray hair back then? I've never seen this. I feel like I'd probably be seeing this photo all the time. AI? Yeah, I feel like this has got to be an AI photo. I've never even seen this. Man. Trump thought Ghislaine Maxwell was hooked up with her better prison conditions. I mean, if she's going to tell and roach out on people, I'd do the same thing. And how's it Trump can't stop winning? I mean, I do think that, like, his connection with Jeffrey Epstein does make him look bad, right? I mean, like, because a lot of people aren't going to know this. And I do think that, I think this is very, very complicated. And I don't think that either, like, obviously Jeffrey Epstein, but, like, I don't think that Trump was, like, completely in the right here either. Like, I don't have any evidence for that, but, like, there's just something about it that just doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like, there's something about it. I'm not all the way there yet, right?